Hi, I'm Vicki Hoth from Handy Quilter, and I want to show you a product that you can install on your HQ16, Fusion, Avante, or Sweet 16 if you don't have the Easy Set tension. This is the Easy Set tension for all of those machines. So you'll see the new tension assembly with its cable, the display, the Velcro to attach the display to your handles, the clips to use to attach the cable, a 2.5 millimeter hex, a charging cable, and the charging adapter. And so the first thing we want to do is take out or loosen this hex screw. Now on the older machines, the hex screw is on the side here. On the Fusion and the Avante and the Sweet 16, the screw would be underneath right here. But let's go ahead, and I'm going to just swivel that around a little bit. Using my 2.5 hex wrench, I'm going to place it in there and loosen that up. And you can see how that just falls right out. There it is. That's your old assembly. We can move that aside. Here's your new assembly. We're going to put that in, and you can see there's a tension spring there. When we get that in there, we want to make sure that that's at, I'm going to turn this around so you can see it, that needs to be at the 12 o'clock position, straight up, and as we put it in, this needs to be able to spring. So as we put that in there, place it in, make sure it's in there, and before I tighten that, I check to see that that spring is straight up at 12 o'clock and that my spring will move, okay? So I'm good with that. Take my hex wrench, again, go in there, make sure I get it in and tighten that up, making sure that that's right. Test that, that's good. Tighten that up. Now that has been installed. All right, now we have the cable that needs to come around. We want to bring it around here and up here. But before we do that, we need to install the display. So I'm going to go ahead and take off. This is Velcro. I'm going to take this off and attach it to the back side of the display. Okay. Then I'll take that off because it's got another piece of Velcro on there, and I want to attach that to the top of the handlebars. Now let's talk about it. Well, what if this is not my handlebars? What if I have a Fusion handlebar? So if I did have the Fusion, then I would attach that here, and some people may want to attach, see that's at the top of the handle. Some people may want to attach it to the side there. Okay, what about if I have an Avante handle? I just happen to have an Avante handle, and there's some Velcro already on there, so I could attach it right there. I could attach it to, see that's on the top, I could attach it to the front. You want to be able to see this, so you've got to attach it someplace that you can see it. I would not recommend attaching it to the front of the machine. And when I say that, I mean the front right here. I would not attach it there, because if you ever want to attach the micro handles on there, you've got that bracket that needs to go down there. So you don't want to interfere with that bracket. You want that. Okay, so now let's look at the Sweet 16 or your 16. You can attach it here on the front, so it's an easy right below your display. The older machines that have the display on the back pod, you could still attach this here, or you could attach it along here. So you've got some places, different places to attach it. On the side here, it needs to be on the left side. You don't want to attach it on the right because that's where all your thread path is, or on the front there, okay? So with this machine, since I have the Velcro, I'm actually going to bring this up here and attach it right here. And these are the handles that don't have the tip or the tilt screen. So I'll just put that right in there. There's different places on there, but I kind of like it close. So I'm going to go ahead and put that Velcro on there. And there you go. Okay, now it's time to take this cable and plug it in. So we're going to bring it around here, and I'd plug it in first. And on the left side of this display, and I can actually take that display off now, the Velcro's on there. On the left side of that display, I am going to attach the cable. Get that in there right. There. And you want the little USB signal there, or not the signal, but the little symbol to be up. And so that's attached in there. Go ahead and place that back on. Now I need to take my little clips and clip this cable so that it's, you know, out of the way so it doesn't get caught on anything. But you want to clip this. So with my little clips, I'm going to attach that into there. And then I could put one like right here. I could put one right up there. So if I attach there, let's go ahead and do that one. I kind of like that right there on the side. Now I'm going to put my clip on, and I think that works right there. That kind of takes care of that. There's nothing happening over here as far as the take-up lever, anything. There's no action. So it's a little loose there. I think I like that. But like I say, it's kind of your choice on this as to where you want it. Just make sure that it's safely clipped. Get rid of that little, and I think I'm going to just put that one there, and then put that on there. And you can slide that if you want, take that out and adjust it however you want that. It's a choice. I like that. Okay, now I've got that all attached, ready to go, but I need to charge it first. So to charge it on my HQ16, I need to take this off. I need to take my charging cable and plug it into the right side. To the right side, and plug that in. Okay, and then go ahead and plug in the adapter. Get that plugged in right, and then plug this into your wall. Okay, so I would charge this for a few hours first before I turned it on. To be able to turn it on, you're going to press that little orange button right there, and when you press that, you will see the display. There'll be like bars across there. So as I press that, you can see that display. That means it's fully charged. Okay, so with the Fusion and the Avante, it's different, but with the 16 and the Sweet 16, this is the way you'll have to charge it, is through an outlet on the wall and using this cable. All right, so if I want to charge my Avante or my Fusion, I can leave this on here, and I'll leave this even plugged in there. You'll attach this cable. This is the charging side. So you'll attach this cable and take this off, you won't need that. With your Fusion handles, there on both sides, there's a USB port. So on this, you can bring it around to that side or to that side, whichever side fits, works for you, and you'll plug that in right there. And then you need to turn on your machine, and then it'll charge that way. So then again, you'll push that button, and you can see that it has been fully charged. All right, so again, with your Avante, let's bring up the Avante handles, and you'll see underneath there are USB ports. This is where you would be plugging it in there, okay? So just like that, that's your handles, and you'd plug it in either side, whichever side you can reach, okay? So then you, again, let it charge. Let's move those aside. Take that out after we're done charging. And this will run for many hours before you have to charge it again. And this has an auto shut off that when you turn your button, it'll turn on the display. And you can set your display, your tension, and then it will, after a few minutes, it will automatically shut off. So why do you want this? That's the whole thing. Why do I want this? Well, The reason I want this is because I can set my tension here and I can see a number as I'm adjusting this. And so we're going to get up real close here with our camera, with my camera guy, and he is going to come in here. I'm going to actually tip this so he can see this better. You see that? And as I adjust this tight, the number's going to go up, higher tension. So if I'm using a 60 weight or a fine thread, my number is going to be lower because I need less tension than if I'm using a heavy King Tut or an Omni thread or a machine quilting thread that's a heavy, maybe a 40 weight thread. So my number will go higher. I can have more tension with that than those fine threads. So let's say right now I have right now the number is at 375 and my thread, and then I'll adjust this. I think, oh, I'm getting some loops on the top. That means, having set my bobbin tension first, that means my top tension is too tight because it's pulling that thread up. It's working too hard. So I need to loosen that down, loosen my tension, lighten up that number. So maybe I need to go down. I was up to 415. That's too tight. Maybe I need to go down, and it goes down in increments of 5. I need to go down maybe to 350, and then I start seeing the loops disappear, that the thread locks in the middle of the fabric, and it's good tension. Okay, I'm seeing loops on the bottom. My tension, I've changed my thread, my tension is set at 350, and I'm seeing loops on the bottom. Then that means I need to tighten my top thread because he's not doing his job. I need to tighten him up, so I'm going to go ahead and tighten that up, and I maybe have to go up to 435 or higher. You know, each thread is going to be different for you than it will be for someone else because you're going to set your tension, your bobbin tension, according to how you should with the drop test. And you may have a little bit of a drop, a different feel than someone else, but they should be pretty much right in there together. So different threads are going to be different numbers. In your instructions, there's a chart giving you that you can actually write down your thread. So fine 50 weight. It takes a number of, I'm just guessing because I don't know what it will be. You have to do it for your machine, but that will take a number of 350. I'm going to now go to an Invisifil 100. Okay, it's going to take a number of 250. Write those down so that when you go back and change those threads, you can automatically go to your chart, adjust it to that, and then if you may still have to fine tune it a little depending on your fabric, depending on what your bobbin thread is and what you've set there. So I hope this helps you adjust your tension, help you get that perfect stitch that you need, and you have the latest and the greatest. So enjoy your quilting.